Shalom. Let's get right into the lesson. As you see the title here, the time is at 10. So we're just gonna go right to this little lesson. Okay, hold on, let me check this out. We're gonna give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Shema Rashad, double honor to the apostle, brother, elder, great millstone. Shalom to the hope for the elect. Shalom of the lesson. The time is at hand. So let's get right to it.
I want to go to a serious issue, but honestly, it seems laughable, Caleb, that Macquarie Bank, all right, not the one we think is the sort of the retail bank that most of us do our daily banking with, but they're going to get rid of cash out of all their branches, right? Now, this is not that important for Macquarie, but the other banks are going that way too. I know some of the other major banks at some of their branches are having no cash. You go to the bank to withdraw some of your money and they won't have it.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, remember when Slim Dusty sang there was nothing so lonesome, morbid or drear than to stand in the bar of a pub with no beer? Because you can't imagine a pub without beer. Can you imagine a bank without cash?
Well, I mean, they exist already.
That's sort of how it's meant to work, isn't it? But it's this slow push that we remove cash from society, which means all your transactions will be electronic, which means the bank can track you, the government can track you. When you go to get a mortgage, they know whether you've been on the punt on the weekend, they know whether you've been spending too much money at the pub. It's this surveillance that they want us all to buy into. The only way to get around it is to keep using cash. We have to keep using cash.
You need to keep some cash so you can bribe someone at the bank to give you some cash. Right. It is ridiculous, Oliver. Soon we'll have butchers with no meat.
Don't give the vegans any more ideas, because they're already going down that path. But you're right, it is nuts. And once one bank does it, then all the other banks look at that situation and think they can do it as well. As Caleb so correctly just said there, this is, to create that paper trail there that, everyone have to set up other sort of accounts, maybe with gambling companies and the like, so you can have a little bit of flash money on the side.
Yeah, unbelievable. We'll have cash money dealers getting around the country trying to give you some cash on the sly.
Well, it's about control, isn't it? I mean, this is the most glaring example we've ever seen from a prominent world leader. Von der Leyen is the president of the European Commission, 450 million people living within that union. Oh, and by the way, she's unelected, she's appointed, and here she is brazenly saying we need a digital ID card or app on our phones. Now, bear in mind, France and Germany are trialing this already. The European Union, she wants this to be enforced by the early 2030s and, may I add, backed up by a central bank digital currency, living in a cashless society. And now she wants the whole thing to go global. Can you imagine? On this ID card will be not just your date of birth, your gender, your eye color, your height, your approximate weight. There will be your vaccine status, your financial status, and goodness knows what else will be on that card. Can you imagine this data falling into the hands of bad actors? And if you think about it, I speak as somebody who's recently been debanked as a result of his political opinions. And this is happening in America too, as you well know, to lots of people. If we're not careful, we head towards a Chinese-style social credit system where unless you go along with the views of the day, you become a non-person. I cannot think of a more dangerous initiative than this. Yet the odd thing is you've picked it up and you tweeted about it earlier on today, but the rest of the world's media are simply ignoring it.
Well, and I think, Nigel, look, you and I have been talking about this issue since the old days, seems like 5 or 6 years ago, when they were moving toward more global government standards. And it's always called the, international norms, and the international community has rules-based international order. But one thing we know is that China will never abide by any rules-based international order that in any way would compromise their own ability to control their own destiny and their own people. So the elites in China would never just like the elites here, they would never be susceptible to any of the controls for the rest of the people. They always float above the controls.
Yeah, I mean, look, for all his faults, President Xi believes in China and believes in the Chinese people. And the same goes for India and many other great countries in the world. The problem we've got is we have to ask a question whether our leaders actually believe in our nation, because they're prepared to surrender sovereignty to the World Health Organization, the United Nations, the EU, and goodness knows what comes after that. And the truth of it is, the world will be a better, more prosperous, peaceful place if democratic nation states cooperate and trade together, not give away their powers to unelected bureaucrats. And that was the Brexit message. message all those years ago. I now think what our little island did becomes a stronger message for the world, and in particular, after what von der Leyen said. We simply have to say, no, we believe in liberty, we believe in freedom, we believe in the nation state.